The best browser for your privacy is the Tor browser. Each and every tab uses something called onion routing. So google.com/chrome is being visited from Canada. It's masking my true geolocation and IP address. And the next tab, apple.com/safari, France. And the next one, Edge, Germany. Now these three browsers are proprietary browsers. That means their source code is not available for auditing or review, which means we don't know what's going on behind our back, if they're using telemetry, if they're sending our data. On the other hand, we have free and open source browsers which respect your freedom, kind of, and are open source, so you can modify the source code, modify the browser, modify the settings, and know that it's actually working. And any changes they make, they have to be accountable. For example, the Brave crypto affiliate link scandal, they were basically injecting affiliate links whenever you enter Binance.com. Of course, if Google or Apple does something like this, so we'd never know and they won't be held accountable. Therefore, use FOSS browsers. Now for syncing features, we have Brave and we have Firefox. The problem with Brave is they push for their own cryptocurrency, they block ads, and then they ask you to turn on their ads and then they take a 30% cut. Brave is still a good recommendation, but I'm not going to use Brave, and I don't mind syncing features not being there. Now Firefox. Firefox is slightly insecure, at least in the stable version, and Firefox's parent company, Mozilla, does not have a clear stance, and they're busy with politics than actually building a real better browser. How is this increasing the market share in any way? It's doing more harm than good. You can read my article over here, or you can watch this video by Lunduke on Odyssey. Firefox, native Firefox, is pretty much worse in terms of out-of-the-box privacy. It pings a lot of sites by default, and it pings way more sites than Brave or a vanilla Chromium. You can harden it by using something called Firefox User.js or using a fork called LibreWolf, but LibreWolf is not available on macOS and Windows yet. As for me, I'll be sticking with ungoogled Chromium, and sometimes I'll be dabbling around with LibreWolf. I'll install extensions manually and no DRM. It's a good thing. If you're watching this from YouTube, please unsubscribe and find me on my Odyssey and PeerTube channels. This is my PeerTube and this is my Odyssey channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.